We begin the fourth and final hour on this kind of cold but sunny Wednesday. Appreciate you tuning us in. If you missed any of our interviews today, Brian Edwards from Vegas Insider, Chris Stewart, voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, a great recap of last night's Alabama win against the Missouri Tigers, and you just heard Trey Wallace from Outkick. We're wide open this hour, 1-800-239-WJOX. The Courtesy GMC text line also open, 205-834-9450. Headlines at this hour, Judge James H. Roberts Jr. He was the named judge in the Charles Bediako case. He has recused himself. So Judge Alan May, the next senior judge, will reassign the case. So we'll see who's next up on the docket to take care of the Charles Bediako case as Alabama gets ready for their game coming up on Sunday against Florida.
I've already forgotten her name. What was her name? Claudia, who was the judge in the NCAA versus
Wilkes,
House?
maybe?
Wilkes. Was it Wilkes?
That sounds right.
Just thinking of these notable judges that we're getting in these high-profile college athletics cases. Who would be the most notable from any walk of life that you can remember? Pop culture or anything? Mine would be Judge Ito.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Or Judge Wapner.
Wapner from People's Court.
Yeah, Judge Wapner, Judge Ito. Judge Ito, I mean, he was a household.
Wapner was the OG.
Oh, yeah.
Ito was OJ, right?
Correct.
And you had that guy, Doug, with the good hair, standing with the mic in the courtroom.
Doug Llewellyn.
Doug Llewellyn.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so all I know is from Rain Man, 10 minutes to Wapner. Okay, so that was a real.
Fish sticks. Yeah.
Okay, I just know that
Oh, it was-
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, it was a syndicate.
Wapner didn't put up with any.
The People's Court was before Judge Judy.
Wapner was mean. He was mean.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
He was straight up mean.
Yeah, he was a surly fella.
And his partner in crime was his bailiff.
Yeah. Can't remember his name, but I remember Doug Llewellyn. He was the in-court
I'm Doug
reporter.
Llewellyn.
Yeah, he was the in-court reporter. Bill Belichick, the 8-time Super Bowl winning coach, is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. That has been a big story around the world of sports. In voting earlier this month, Belichick fell short of 40 out of 50 votes needed for induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, in hour number one, I kind of went off on this because we don't know who voted, how they voted. There's only 50 of them. They don't make their votes public. And I said in the hour number one of the show, I said every vote for everything in sports should be public. If you can't defend your vote, you shouldn't have a vote. If you're worried about criticism, you shouldn't vote. And if you're afraid of confrontation, you shouldn't vote. Okay? Well, on the heels of the Charles Bediako situation, there is a reporter for the Detroit News by the name of Connor Eargood. He has seen enough of this mess at the University of Alabama and Charles Bediako. He doesn't like what he sees going on, and so he has decided to protest. Eargood is an AP top 25 college basketball voter. He got on his moral high horse, and he refused to vote for the University of Alabama because of what's going on with Charles Bediako and, of course, what's going on in the legal system here in the state of Alabama. So he has decided that he is going to take his vote, and he is going to go public, and he is going to penalize the University of Alabama. I will not rank a team that has to circumvent the rules through a court order just to win. To me, that's a team admitting to its own mistakes.
We should have had some patriotic music under that when you read it.
I will not rank a team that has to circumvent the rules through a court order just to win. To me, that's a team admitting its own weakness. Connor Eargood from the Detroit News.
See, I would argue it's a team identifying and addressing a weakness on their roster.
So what do you think? Does that bother you?
I call it being resourceful 101.
I think it's great that that person decided to take a stand for what they believe in.
Whatever.
You don't mean that. Come on.
No, I do.
Connor,
for
this was a
that
great way
person.
for Connor to get his name out there.
Absolutely.
We're talking about him in Jocks land.
I am glad that he
Connor Eargood.
took a stand for something. I think it's stupid, but I'm glad that in his opinion, he can sleep better at night because he said that. So that's good for him.
Okay. That was not the response that I was hoping from Conrad, but okay.
What? Is he a Michigan grad?
I don't know. Look him up. I have no idea.
Connor, you're good.
Maybe he's upset that Kalen DeBoer did not take the Michigan job.
This comes back to football.
I just think anybody. I don't know.
He spells it Earegood.
Oh. Of course.
And it might not be Eargood. It might be
Yeah, that's him. It's Michigan State.
Eargood.
Michigan State.
Michigan State. And okay.
You know, and
That does kind of make sense.
yeah,
though.
based on what Tom Izzo.
That's not actually throwing stones.
He's afraid of Tom Izzo. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
He's scared. This guy's a wimp.
Yeah,
He's scared
Izzo definitely takes him. I'm looking at the picture.
Yeah, Tom Izzo would absolutely.
Oh, he'd slap him around.
Yeah. Tom Izzo's 99-year-old mother would slap him around. That's what we're looking at here on his social media.
Izzo
Well, he
would
got
just
his
look at
15
this guy, and
minutes.
this guy would poo his pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He got his 15 minutes. That's what he wanted.
Yeah.
It's,
But now you're placating him. I mean, you're giving power to people like that by you just.
Oh, I literally could not care less what somebody like that has to say.
This is a guy. He's
literally
a Flint,
couldn't care less.
He's a Flint native, so
Okay.
Flint
Mark
Tropics,
Ingram.
Flint
Huh?
Tropics, semi-pro,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. You're
Mhm.
right. Yeah.
Jackie Moon,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
bad water. That's what I think about when I think about Flint. Is all that bad
Well-
water that they had up there.
Yes.
They still have it up there?
I don't know, but yeah, I remember that.
So I wonder if we got into the college football season once again. An AP poll voter makes no relevance whatsoever to both football or basketball. It's just something that we like to have to talk about and how you're ranking a team potentially. But in regards to the NCAA tournament committee, they're not sitting there looking at a AP top 25.
No, they're not.
That doesn't even come into their definition. They've got so many other metrics,
Well,
net rankings, everything else. They're not paying attention to Connor Eargood from the Detroit News. But it would be fascinating to start getting these people getting on their high horses when they're voting during the week, during the college football season. You know what? I'm not going to vote for LSU because I don't like the way that Lane Kiffin turned his back on his football team last year. I cannot, in good conscience, vote for his current football team because of the way that he treated those young guys last year in Oxford.
I feel like it's pretty simple. Like, you don't have to like it. I think we all agree on that. Alabama's a basketball team that is fielding a player that is currently totally eligible to play. Again, you don't have to like it, but
well, and if he's still going to be eligible to play, the tournament committee is going to see them how they see them, as opposed to, well, we're not going to give them an 8 seed if we think that they're truly a 5 seed with Charles Bediako in the lineup.
I was about to say, you don't have to rank them. That's fine. Do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, they're the team that they have. And if Charles Bediako is eligible, then he's going to play.
But-
and he makes them better by being on the team.
But at the end of the day, whether it's Connor or Haley or whoever is voting for these, at the end of the day, guess what? Your vote really doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
I would just be very fascinated if, because, I mean, we know, right? Coaches, they change their mind on things all the time and say things that pertain to them. But just if Michigan State were to go that route, something tells me that he would probably have a completely different tune. And not just because of the Michigan State thing, but like you said, it'd be, oh, well, Tom Izzo thinks it's okay, so then it must be fine. But again, that's why I said I really could not care less. What
That's
people
why I
like
said
that
he's
have to
not
say
throwing
about
rocks because Tom Izzo has been staunch, and Tom Izzo's track record is of recruiting players and developing those players. Not saying that they
How-
haven't had to utilize them.
many Alabama games do you think that guy's watched this year? I'm going to guess 0. Maybe 1.
He
Maybe
might-
the Tennessee game.
Well, yeah, but I was going to say maybe the Illinois game because it was a Big Ten school.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Maybe Purdue as well. Okay, so we'll give him like 3.
Yeah, he might have
He
watched.
probably
the,
watched Arizona.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He probably watched the. I mean, he's not tuned in to Super Tuesday on SEC Network. Or
No, Connor's
ESPN.
scouting the potential Elite Eight field. That's what he's doing.
And maybe he was just a little bit upset because Rutgers took him to the woodshed last night. Rutgers.
With that deficit.
Yeah, the $500 million deficit in their athletic department, but they were good enough to beat Tom Izzo last night.
He got thumped in Atlanta by Bruce Pearl last year in the
Sure
Elite
did.
Eight, too.
Mm-hmm.
Both Michigans.
He's just
Both
a bitter
Michigans
guy.
did.
He's just bitter. He's a bitter Yankee.
That's what a lot of people are from Big Ten country.
Very bitter. A lot of bitterness out there.
Those Northerners.
That Flint water was bitter.
It's like toxic.
It was more than
wasn't it?
bitter.
Yeah, wasn't it toxic?
Yeah. Well, yes, it was toxic. But you made a bitter face before you got really, really sick.
Yeah. Remember that commercial? What is it?
Bitter beer face?
Yeah, bitter
Oh,
beer face.
that guy.
That was-
I've seen that guy around town too.
Have you really?
Well, just somebody who has a face, unfortunately, that.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the beer face?
No.
It was a commercial.
Yeah.
Back in the day. You need to watch more TV, man.
Yeah, you really do.
Sorry.
You don't know who Judge Wapner was? What else did he's?
I don't know. Quit playing your little foot games.
Sorry.
Watching more tube.
Hey, if you got a dangerous tree leaning over your house or maybe branches blocking your view, call Golston Tree Service today, 205-337-4443. Golston's licensed pros. They handle everything from trimming and pruning to full tree removals, fast, safe, and affordable. Don't wait until the next storm causes damage. Call Golston Tree Service. Their number, 205-337-4443. They also offer 24-hour emergency tree service. So take advantage of Golston Tree Service today.
Someone did ask a question when going back on the voting record of Connor Eargood and see if he voted for any of the Michigan teams during their scandals.
Well, I was going to say that too, but then I thought, well, he's a Michigan State guy, so he probably didn't.
No, he probably didn't.
He legitimately probably did not.
No, he definitely hates Michigan. We'll continue 3-man front on Jocks. 117, three-man front as we continue. A lot of your texts rolling in on the Jocks text line. Always very entertaining. Thanks for interacting with us every single day. Appreciate all of you listening, whether it's Jocks Mobile, Jocks Montgomery, up in the Huntsville area, on the Jocks app, anywhere you are, or on Jocks TV there on YouTube. We appreciate that. A busy show today. Talked to Trey Wallace in the last hour. Always fascinating and fun conversation with him, kind of putting a bow on the college football season that was and a look ahead to next season. We got SEC basketball tonight, and that's where we're going with our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks, it's America's #1 fantasy sports app. You can join millions of users and sign up today. Last night, unfortunately, in one of our projected player matchups, one of the players, he couldn't go because of illness. It could have cost his team a game in Ann Arbor, Michigan. So that was offset. So tonight, we will go back to the hardwoods, looking at it. Interesting choices that we have, Conrad.
Yeah, what do we have? What do we have?
The birthday boy, Chad Baker Mazzara.
Happy 26th.
Now playing for the USC Men of Troy.
And having to pay for his own health insurance, yes.
This is correct. They're at Iowa today. 16.5 points, more or less, for the birthday boy.
I mean, if it feels like it's your birthday, probably going to have a good performance. We'll go more.
Going more there.
Yeah,
all right.
I like it.
Brace yourself for the next one. We got Cincinnati guard Jizzle James.
Excuse me?
For Shizzle Jizzle.
Wait,
Jizzle James.
What is his name?
Jizzle.
How does he spell that?
Just like it sounds.
Make sure you put James with it. Jizzle. Jizzle.
Wait, did you Google that on the company?
He may have accidentally.
Pat, it's a college basketball player's name.
But
the mistake I made was not putting James with it.
So you just put
and
Jizzle.
I just entered the keyword Jizzle. Nothing. I didn't click on anything that it came up on the main screen. Just so you know, so we have a record of this. I did not click on anything. But the things that I saw that were captioned, not something you want to click on.
Hold on a second. Wait, I want to clarify this. Are you signed in on that computer or Cole Kublik?
That's a great.
No, I am. No, it's under my profile.
Would that not be something?
Yeah.
Cole gets a call.
Oh.
Mr. Kublik, we need to speak to you about one of your Google searches.
Oh my God.
Did you look up Jizzle James?
That's. But you know the things during the course of the show that we have to look up. I do. I feel like I want to. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I would have probably.
Sometimes it is just out of curiosity.
I probably would have gone actor before I went college basketball player, but you know, that's. I'm so glad you found this guy, Legend. What?
Oh, he's a player to watch for the rest of the season.
Yeah. What's the
Jizzle?
What's the point thing?
The total for Jizzle.
Is there going to be more Jizzle or less Jizzle tonight?
Yeah.
Which is it?
Are you going more or less on Jizzle? 10.5 points.
Oh.
So
let's go.
Then I was thinking, does he pronounce it Giselle? And I was like, no, it's Jizzle.
No, it's.
Have you looked up the prophetic, how he is supposed to say his name, like on the USC website?
Oh, this poor kid was bullied so bad, and you know it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Would have been a hero.
I'm gonna go. Kids can be awful. We'll go.
Are you going more Jizzle?
More
Jizzle?
than 10.5 for Jizzle or less?
Let's go less Jizzle.
Less.
Let's go less Jizzle.
All right, less Jizzle. That's 10.5. And we're going more Chad Baker, cheddar bacon lasagna at 6.5,
Yeah.
16.5.
Yep.
If we win on both of those, we're a winner. You can be a winner too. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WJOX to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WJOX. $50 in lineups after you play the first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
So did you pick out that particular player for today's Prize Picks?
I did. I couldn't believe the name I was saying. Sorry, I've not been following a whole lot of Cincinnati basketball. And I said,
No,
well,
that was incredible.
let me see Conrad's reaction to this.
Oh, he's a Cincinnati player.
Before I put my glasses on, I thought it was Jizzy.
I think I'd rather be Jizzle than Jizzy. What? Just me personally, if I had to pick one or the other, I definitely don't want to be Jizzy.
Just say if your name starts with Jizz, there's not a whole lot of.
You don't have a lot of options.
No, there's not.
Actually, Jizzle might be the better of the alternatives that you could have had. Oh, that was good. I'm crying. That was good.
Yeah, you're right. I just did this on my laptop. Yeah.
Yeah, don't click on the images tab either. I probably don't want to do that. Whew. I think Prize Picks got their money's worth out of that one.
Okay, so obviously that's not his real. I mean, that's the name he goes by, which is even more bizarre.
What's his actual name? Jim?
Edgren.
Like Edgerrin?
Uh-huh.
Edgerrin James?
Yeah, Jizzle James. That's what they called him, right? When he's on the Colts?
I don't know, but is this his son?
No way. Wait.
He's a junior.
No way.
Let's see.
That would be incredible.
Yes, he is.
No, yes.
Yes, he's his son.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
He's the son of NFL
You
Hall
want to
of
change
Famer.
your pick
Yep.
now?
No.
Okay.
No, he's averaging 9 points a
His
game.
dad was a heck of a back.
Yeah, his dad was a great running back. Wow, that is
Yeah.
Be your own man. We're going to call you Jizzle.
Yeah, so he's a junior.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
There is obviously a story behind that nickname that would be
Now,
interesting
it
to
says-
hear.
Yeah. Does not say where his name came from, but
I mean, I have an idea, but I don't.
Mm.
Oh man, that is. So
Hey, he had scored 25 points in his first ever start against Bradley
that's great.
back in the NIT last year.
I just love how it all came together there.
Mm-hmm.
no, I got to be careful with this search. I'm just trying to find name origin.
What are you on the Urban
Yeah.
Dictionary?
He got his nickname because his father was also nicknamed Jizzy during his playing career.
I'd missed that one with
Yeah, I
Edgerrin James.
didn't know that. Can you see old Peyton Manning calling an
Or
No.
Jizzle. It was
hey,
Jizzle.
hey Jizzy?
The name was passed down.
Is he on track to graduate magna cum laude?
And it says that Edgerrin James Jr. adopted the name to create his own identity and alter ego on the court.
Well,
And you know what? He's done that.
Yes.
I'm pulling for this guy.
I mean,
You're pulling for the Jizz.
Jizzle.
I was about to say. I mean,
His dad was Jizz, right?
if his name is Jizzle, like you know what everyone has to call him, right? So,
No, Pat. His dad had the same name.
Jizzle. He was
Jizzle.
Jizzle.
well,
His dad was Jizzle or Jizzy? Which was it?
his dad was Jizzy.
Okay.
He is Jizzle.
He's Jizzle. Got it. I'm with you now.
Mm-hmm.
There's
just so many things.
there was a lot.
There's so many things.
Some was serious, and then the double meaning. You can't go. All right. Less than 10.5 for Jizzle.
Less. Do we think he has his own version of jazz hands?
How many shots tonight?
Just feel like there's a fun spin you could have on that. How many shots
Mhm.
for Jizzle?
Yeah. How many's he put up?
He's gonna go 3 of 9 from the floor tonight.
Our luck, he'll have the flu right before game time.
3 of 9 or 6 of 9?
No, that's Brunch.
Jizzle's got the snuzzles. No, that don't work. We learned something today in real time. That was awesome.
We did. I love that he is Edgerrin James' son.
5 questions from Pat. The fun continues on 3-Man Front.
It's 1:30 here on Jocks, three-man front. Thanks for making us a part of your day. 1-800-239-WJOX, the courtesy GMC text line. We'll get to after Pat ponders, but it's entertaining to read some of these responses.
Well, flu season is here, so make your home healthier with Trane's Clean Effects Home Air Cleaner. It removes up to 99.9% of airborne particles, including those that cause virus. It's 100 times more effective than standard air filters and 8 times more effective than HEPA room filters. So go and find a dealer near you at Trane.com.
At the end of the year, are we going to get the most popular baby names for 2026, and one of them is going to be Jizzle?
We can only hope so.
I think we've started something here.
Yeah. Let's do some Pat Ponders brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
Brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful. Get by and see them off of I-459, exit 32 in Trustful, or check out their online inventory at courtesybirmingham.com. Question number one, a rough week got worse for Bill Belichick. No Hall of Fame nod. His former team's headed to the Super Bowl. Now, what percentage odds do you give him to show up to any Super Bowl event in Santa Clara next week?
Oh. I don't think he does.
So what percentage chance you give him?
Pat, I would say 15%. And that's just a token 15%.
Yeah, I'll go 1% because, I mean, I guess there is a scenario out, you never know. It's Super Bowl week. He could, be in town for 5 minutes or whatever. But no, I don't think that. I think after what happened with the Hall of Fame, probably doesn't want anything to do with it, on top of the fact he's busy getting together a roster for next year. He's fully dedicated to North Carolina football.
His old team playing in the game, I don't think helps. I think Tom Brady,
No, he does. I don't think he cares to really be a part of any of that stuff.
24%.
Let's see what you did there.
In case Jordan wants to go,
Yeah.
That's actually the best case. I could totally see it being
Yeah, like maybe she's like, oh, I want to
Bill.
go to the Super Bowl,
Mhm.
please.
24%.
that was good.
24%.
mm-hmm.
That's good. I like that. Question number two. Former Duke quarterback Darian Mensah had a very busy Tuesday. Came to a settlement with Duke on his NIL contract for 2026. Then he flew immediately to Miami for a visit, and then he committed and signed with the Hurricanes before the sun went down in South Beach. Now, it hasn't been published, but what's your best guess on what Duke and Mensah agreed on to end their relationship?
So it was originally a 2-year, $8 million deal. Let's say that they got 75% of it back.
Okay.
But his deal with Miami's, I mean, he's coming out in the good.
Yeah, see, I was going to guess something like 75% is good. I was going to say maybe they just, maybe they said, you know what? You don't want to be here. We're ready to move on. You give us $2 million. We'll call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
He then goes to Miami. They pay him $6 million to reimburse the two, and then he's still making the same amount he would have made at Duke, but now he's in a
Can I add something, though? I think that because of Darian Mensah, and they know that there's where he's coming from at Duke, what you have to offer, you have a program that was in a national title game, surrounded by better players. You're in a beautiful place, surrounded by beautiful people, but also wasn't his sister part of the package deal where they were trying to get her to where she could go and enroll wherever Darian went? I thought that was part of the deal.
Possibly,
If
yeah.
so, then I could see where they're furnishing a really nice place to live. If they both wanted to live there under the same roof, big house, cars. I think there's a lot of extras and add-ons besides just probably the $5.5 million they're paying him.
So what do you think, Molly?
I think he probably had to pay Duke, or they split the deal because, I mean, like you said, he's probably getting a boatload of money at Miami. And if he did, like, depending on how much he had to pay Duke, if he did, Miami would be like, yeah, we'll write you that check. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
I'd want a yacht. I want access to a yacht there in the little harbor.
I'm sure him being the starting quarterback for the runner-up
See,
football
but down
team.
there, do they know?
Who he is?
I mean, if you were in the state of Alabama, everybody would know.
Sure.
They'd be like, "Hey, it's our quarterback." But down there, do they know?
I mean, not to the level of if you were in Gainesville or Tallahassee, but
Oh, you're replacing Tua. Nice. Yeah, we need a new quarterback.
Down there,
you really
go,
might have people that say that. Oh, cool.
You go down there, there is not one corner in downtown Miami where you don't see a picture of Messi. He's on the buses, he's on the buildings, he's on the signs.
That's why Inter Miami was dominating.
You're daggum right.
Well, I remember, so they came and played, Inter Miami came and played the Legion. Like, it was when they announced they were getting Messi, and I went to that game. And there were so many people from Miami that drove up here. This is before he joined the team that had Messi signs and Messi jerseys that drove to Birmingham just to celebrate the fact that their team signed him.
Wow.
amazing.
And that was to come watch them play a minor league team. It was crazy.
All right, next question. Former New York Jet wide receiver Lavernius Coles has decided to skip any leisure time in his retirement. At 47 years old, Coles became a Jacksonville, Florida police officer. If you retired as a professional athlete, what would you do in your retirement years? He decided he wanted to be a cop.
Like, this is what I would do in general, or if I had to get a job?
You had to get a job. Well, no, you didn't have to, but I mean,
If I just
you
wanted something to
invested
keep
your
me
money, yeah,
occupied, I'd love to be a starter on a golf course.
no problem.
I would go the King Griffey Jr. route and be a sports
photographer?
photographer. Mm-hmm.
Good
So,
one.
doesn't Randy Johnson do that too, I think?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I would. I mean, the easy answer, I guess, would be like this, right? You know, something like this. If I retired and then could get into the media, that would be a lot of fun. But outside of that, honestly, I would probably go the Phillip Rivers route, and I would go and move somewhere close to home and go and be a high school coach and put into the youth sports in that community. And so I felt like I was giving back while still getting to be around the game. So that's probably what I would do.
That or, and I've told you, or own maybe a just serves breakfast like diner
Wake up at 3
on
a.m.
on a body of water. No, you got people that do that. You show up at 6:30 for the morning crowd. You're going to have your coffee and you're going to entertain and
Yeah,
kind of
you
hold
meet and
court.
greet, yeah.
You're holding
Yeah.
court.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sign some stuff. Come here.
That'd be good.
To Bobby.
You know what's
That's what
really
she's Jizzle.
I was about to say, faux shizzle, jizzle.
so what's so cool about this situation in the Jacksonville, Florida Police Department? There are 6 other former NFL players that are officers.
So don't break the law in Jacksonville, Florida.
You ain't right. You're not out running Lavernius Coles.
No, you're not.
Now, needless to say, Coles is the most noteworthy because a lot of them just had a cup of coffee in the
Yeah,
NFL
practice
or
squad
practice
guys.
squad or whatever the case may be. But
Still, I don't want those guys pursuing me.
7 total former NFL players
Wow.
on Jacksonville, Florida
Cool. I feel very safe there.
Police Department.
Very cool.
All right, we're going to wrap things up with a question from BB. Boy, that was a good one yesterday.
She's been on a hot streak here
She
the last
has.
few days. We've had some great ones.
All right, this one from BB. No one knows when their ticket will get punched, but have you ever considered what happens when someone dies on a cruise ship? As it turns out, all cruise ships are outfitted with hidden morgues. Royal Caribbean will put the body in a refrigerator and simply keep cruising to the next port of call. Does this make you feel uncomfortable about going on a cruise? Does it creep you out?
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's a little weird.
It feels like you could probably just throw them overboard and let the ocean do it.
I can tell you I've never been on a cruise, but my mother and my father-in-law, they have been, and they went on one. This was a couple of years ago, and met up with a couple that they knew, but another couple that was really good friends with the other couple, they ended up they couldn't go, so they got kind of joined together on this trip that they had all booked. And my father-in-law is a retired physician, but gets a knock on the door in the middle of the night, and the woman had hit her head in the bathroom, and unfortunately, she did not make it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
She passed away. Yes, it's a whole deal. And they ended up where they were. They had to go and dock and basically get her off of the ship with her poor husband who's dealing with all this while overseas in another country, go to the coroner, and they had all kinds of stuff that they had to do. But, yeah, It happens.
Whew.
That's so sad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's brutal. Be honest, I'd never thought about what happens to somebody that dies on a cruise ship until now.
I
But
don't either.
it makes sense. I think it's good that they do that. That does make me very uncomfortable if I'm on a cruise ship, though, just thinking about that. It's also just very morbid. But I guess most of the time when you hear about somebody dying on a cruise ship, somebody gets drunk and goes overboard, and then you're not
Well, just think
I'm
how many
Right.
times
dealing with this because they drowned.
Just think how many times that you probably fly and you have no idea that there's probably a casket in the bottom of the plane being transported.
How about
I've
this?
never thought about
In
that.
Don't like that
2013,
either.
I know this for a fact. 2013, Auburn went to Kyle Field.
Yeah.
To play Texas A&M. Charter flight with a bunch of Auburn fans. One of the Auburn fans passed away
Mm.
on the flight. Had a heart attack.
Oh, man.
After the game, they had to, and Texas A&M was great. They put up all the Auburn fans, fed them, put them in a nice, air conditioned building, whatever, because they had to wait because they could not return home until coroner had come and
Right.
done everything that they have to do.
That's
Wow.
I'm sure somebody's listening that was actually on that flight, but yeah, that happened. Very unfortunate.
that's sad. Yeah, my dad and my stepmom, it was different than what your, in-laws went through, but they were on a cruise a couple years ago where somebody was drunk and they went overboard and they passed away because they were being silly and trying to climb the railing, and that happened, and they were on the cruise, and yeah, that's not good.
I was on a train in Europe like 10 years ago, and one of the guys in the train car next to mine had a heart attack. And we were like middle of France somewhere, and they had to stop the train and get him off. And
Wow.
yeah.
Disney cruise text that came out.
We just got a fantastic text that we maybe can't.
No, we definitely can't.
All right, that is today's Pat Ponders, brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful. Goodbye, and see them off of I-459, exit 32.
We continue. 3-man front on Jackson.
It is 1:46. We'll finish up reading your text messages here on the Courtesy GMC text line. I want to remind everybody about Alabama Professional Services, 205-951-9717. They can fix your foundation. They can tackle that sinking driveway or patio. They've got the fast and clean poly-level system. So for foundation issues, wet basements, or sinking concrete, do yourself a favor. Call APS at 205-951-9717. APS has been protecting Alabama homes since 1977, and they'll protect yours too. AlabamaProfessional.com.
A lot of texts coming in that we will let Conrad read. 205-834-9450. Speaking of the cruise ship, we got our buddy Howie, who is currently in Miami waiting to leave on a cruise. And he says they're looking for somewhere to eat, and he needs the Jocks family to recommend somewhere to eat there in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale. I'm trying to think. Well, no, I can't remember that name of the place. Paul and I had really nice place in Fort Lauderdale, and I cannot. I'll have to look it up. Howie, I'll try to remember which one that Paul and I went to. It was really nice there in Fort Lauderdale.
Is it Coconuts? The boat yard? The boat house?
What about Messy?
Is the Boathouse a seafood steakhouse type place? That rings familiar.
Yeah, it looks like it's nicer. On the river?
That might be it.
Was it on the water?
Yes.
That might be it. Yeah, these are nice looking places. I've never been to Fort Lauderdale, actually.
Brandon from Hoover texts in. He says he was on a cruise when someone died. The Coast Guard came, got him in the middle of the ocean with a helicopter.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Going back to former NFL players being on the Jacksonville Police Department. This is good. All I could think about was how good their slow pitch softball team is going to be and their men's league basketball team at the police station.
Oh, yeah. Nobody wants to play that. Did y'all ever have one of those here at Jocks? Like a softball team or something?
Years ago, I know they had a basketball team.
That'd be fun.
They did have a basketball team. And years ago, we had a Cumulus bowling team. They had a media night. Yep. Way back in the day.
I bet you were the star.
No, not back then.
Also, I wanted to point this out because I know him, and he's a great guy, and I know you've probably seen some of his work. Rennie Ingolia, who is a broadcaster for ESPN, he played football at UMass. And before UMass became an FBS school, he was a finalist for basically the Division I AA or Division II Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
He was like the runner-up. And so he went and played NFL Europe football, did a little bit of that, didn't play in the pros. But then he became a detective in Orlando, Florida.
Really?
And
That's
now,
really
He's been on the show.
Yeah, and now Rennie you hear him, he does a lot of American Conference games. Used to do a lot of Conference USA games, but he's based out of Orlando. But yeah, he's a former Orlando detective.
Oh, that's very cool.
So that and you hear him during the college football season. He's color analyst on a lot of games.
Wow,
but yeah, he's a really cool dude.
Justin texts in, says he went on a behind-the-scenes tour on a cruise ship, saw the morgue. They said a lot of people choose to take a cruise when they know they only have a few days left because they want to die there. Sad but true.
Oh, that's very depressing.
It makes sense, though.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It does.
And I would think
would you do that, or would you do the Alex free climbing thing?
Oh, well, at least that way you die from a heart attack after you fell. So you know.
I would like to
Wouldn't
ask
hurt.
Howie, what is the average age of someone that goes on a cruise?
I've only been
That's a
on
great question.
one, and I went when I was like 14.
When the cruise that you and your mom went on, what do you like? 30s, 40s?
Probably 40s.
Okay.
Yeah. There weren't that many kids just because it was a European one, but
The average age of a cruise passenger is approximately 46 years old,
there you go.
Okay.
as reported in 2024, 2025.
I never really thought of it.
That
The
checks
industry
out,
is
though.
increasingly attracting younger travelers. With 24%, there's that number again,
24.
of passengers being millennials,
Oh, I'm not a millennial.
and another 24% from Generation X.
Oh.
Oh, it's probably because they're affordable. I mean, when you consider how expensive vacations are, cruises are typically on the cheaper
and some of that
side.
would be, is it a Disney cruise? How much
Correct.
of his friend?
I can only imagine how much that
I mean, they've got
is.
some really weird ones too, though.
One of my
Right?
one of my buddies.
Like hedonism cruises.
Yes.
Okay.
But one of my buddies, his
Did you know someone that
sister-
went on one of those?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But his sister, she actually works for, I can't remember what cruise line, but like the celebrity cruises, and her job is to like find celebrities that will come and do a cruise. Like if you've ever seen the show The Trailer Park Boys, I don't know if you're familiar with that on Netflix.
Yes.
I love that show. They did a cruise with the cast of that show, and I actually got a poster that's autographed by all of them from my friend's sister.
Well, the music group Creed, they
Yeah,
had
the
the
Creed
cruise.
cruise.
We had the Creed cruise.
I know they had like a WWE one she put together and stuff. So they do a bunch of.
Mike Griffith goes on a cruise with all the DogNation.com folks.
There's a lot of those out there for whatever interest.
Maybe
you
we
may
should have a 3-man front cruise.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Couldn't we just go to Vegas, stay in a casino, not go outside, and kind of be the same thing?
I would also be interested in that. As long as I don't have to dress up in a costume and go out in the middle of Las Vegas.
My teenage twins love cruises. Going on spring breaks is one of our listeners.
Okay. Cruise is a good time.
Luigi's Tuscan Grill, Fort Lauderdale, says Michael. Now we have circled back to the Jizzle James text portion of the program, where Conrad will pick up all of these great texts.
I was about to say, you kind of skipped a lot of these. Let's see. This might be my last day on the air, guys. This one's from Frank's. Imagine being the broadcaster during a Cincinnati basketball game. Look at Jizzle taking a shot right in the face of the defender. This one just says, "Thank you, BB. We are currently on the way to a cruise." I'm sure they love the input on that one. Let's see this one. Let's see. It says, "You've got to get a selfie in the cruise ship freezer. That would make for a great vacation story if you're
Oh
on
boy.
it." I don't know if I'd be taking a picture down there. Let's see. I can't. A lot of people saying they just got in the car and tuned in during our prize pick segment,
What
and
are
we're
you-
very confused over
Just
the-
what are you doing? I realize there's pools and there's water slides and there's out, but is that what you're doing during the day on a cruise?
Yeah, what did y'all do like during the day before you had your stops at your different?
I need to stay
Well, it
locations?
was
busy.
different because we didn't have like any sea days, if that makes sense.
Oh, so
Like we would dock
Oh.
really early in the morning, and then my mom and I we'd be
So you
Out all
sleep through the
day.
travel.
yes, yeah,
I
yeah.
got you.
But also in Europe, like you're not going as far. So
When I went on my cruise, and this was like over 15 years ago probably, we did, one of our stops was in Cozumel, and they actually had the show The Amazing Race.
Mhm.
They had one of those competitions for the people on the cruise ship, and my mom and I did that. And so
That'd
you
be
got to
fun.
go all
That's
around
cool.
to do you got to do everything, like go through the jungle a little bit, go
Oh,
snorkeling.
I'm in for all that.
Yeah, that was
that's good.
awesome.
3-man front cruise.
I need activities.
Yeah, there's plenty of fun activities for you.
We appreciate your interaction today. Coming up tomorrow, Rodney or Rob Pate and others. You don't want to miss it. God is great. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday afternoon.